Well, hello. I think I've got a proper mess, so we should probably get started. So today we're going to mess with peacock feathers, and I just finished making this. Um, it's a peacock butterfly. I might clean up a little bit around the antenna because after the fact, I just want a little bit more separation in here. I just kind of move things over to and settle. This was made on an alligator clip, which is functional. It's a hair clip. I mean, you could do more with it if you wanted. I mean, you can wear it. You could pin it somewhere. It's just pretty. I'm gonna turn this back right now while we're talking about it, so I don't forget. I'm gonna look at that, and I think that's what I'm gonna be happy with. Yes. Yep. So, and then also I've done other styles. Here's a small clip. Also done the alligator. And these are just hair ties, but a higher professional model. I just haven't found one that will work for free. I'm just kidding. So we're going to make one of these. And I am going to start with our alligator clip. I got these in a bundle at Hobby Lobby. These are great if you are bored. Don't leave your house. Have chronic illness. Or just have a buttload of peacock's feathers, which I fit multiple categories. So we're just going to do this. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I will link, and also link Wildwood's Goods down and below. They will be carrying products that I'm creating. So definitely want to check those out. My sister Sherry also has an amazing yoga class, so you definitely want to check that out. So I'm going to start with my material. Now when you do this, we're going to need 2 feathers. You got to think about what you're going to want in your hair. We'll make another one of these because it was kind of fun. So we'll need 2, and I have, move my phone just for a second here. I've got my small and large. Now I've cleaned all these, otherwise they wouldn't be in my house. And then I've also done, there's another post on my Facebook page, but I'll link that. Or I can also show those, my art that I did with the feathers, and photos on description as well. There's just so many things that you can do. So we're going to grab a couple of these, and I'm going to do probably smaller ones. As you can see, I've been up here for a little bit, and I've made a mess. And I am really okay with that because I have to clean it up. So I'm going to pick, I want 2 that are kind of a similar size. And, you know, you're going to want them to look good together. You know, this could be for, you don't want it huge. I mean, maybe a cute girl's going to wear it. She's, you know, like a child. She doesn't need a 50-foot clip in her head. Okay, I know I exaggerate. I like these. This one's a little more round than I like. I'm trying to get 2 that are kind of pointy. And if you don't want real animal feathers, then you want to do this project. And you can have it round too. That's okay. You can buy synthetic feathers. No animals were hurt in the collection of this. I do have another peacock video if you're interested in it. It does show on there the peafowl, they lose their tail feathers every season. So there's absolutely no harm to these beautiful birds. And then they grow another one the next year. I'm just going with the rounded one. So I'm going to snip it off. So we're going to cut up. I want to leave the gold ring around the eye. And then it's really hard to see, but kind of, glue gun down. Kind of pinch this out here. And then there's kind of another ring on the outside. So it's a little finer and hard to, so I'm going to cut that. So just so I don't have so much to, I'm going to cut the bottom a huge mess. Okay, so I have this. Now I'm just going to cut this up around this gold ring. Basically, I'm just trimming the hair on some loose strands. And you can see the guide from the back too. This way I kind of get it even. Kind of hold it at the bottom. You're going to pinch. You're going to go up. Some of this would be great for 4-H projects. There's anybody in my area that is 4-H. I've given to a couple of gals before that just... It's great 4-H projects. Everybody's got chickens and ducks and pigs, but how many people got peacocks? So here's one of my feathers. Now I'm going to do the second one. I don't want to cut them together. I tried doing 2 at once and it doesn't turn out very good. Okay, this one's a little bit nicer and easier to see. So there's my feather. So I'm going to trim this outside stuff. If I pinched it, kind of see that there's a little ring. It almost looks like it fades out. So we're going to cut that. Cut up. Okay. Yes, again, no animals were hurt in the making of these feathers. Just don't want anybody to come for me for that. These are all from my birds, and they were all cleaned. And I cut that a little bit shorter than I wanted to, but it's going to be okay. Because we can always change it. So I'm going to take my felt. Now this rounded side down is where I'm going to want more of my feather. And the reason I'm doing this now is because it's a nice flatter place. My clip is going to sit on there. And it helps me just know where I want to put the clip. And I want it to kind of get some hold. So I'm going to kind of put it maybe a little bit in the middle. I'm going to glue on the felt. Or whatever this material is. The craft fabric. Call it the craft fabric. I'm going to let my clip sit on there for a minute. While that's happening, I'm going to take these 2 feathers. I'm going to look at them. So I like the way that this one turned out. It's got good shape. This one here. Oops. I got a little bit carried away. Or, I don't know. I should go back to arts and crafts. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but you're going to be okay. And if you don't like it, you can get another feather. So you don't have any. Or put this one behind the other one. You'll be fine. So there's that. So if I do what I just said, they're so beautiful anyways. It'll be fun. Okay. So this is how I'm going to do it. Now while that's happening, I can either use, one of these, which I've done for all the other projects, but I'm going to do one of these. Now, I've used these before. When I used the roses, I need to get some more jewels. This one I tried clipping a different way for a different look, and I don't like the way it happened because the clip stuck up, because you wrap hair around it. This one I tried to see what, I liked it with the one gem. This is actually the first one I made, and I just trying things, and that's, you can absolutely do that. This one I did 2 on it, and I like that. It looks like it, goes up the body. And I'm just doing this clip here, or, excuse me, this. And actually, I don't want to forget, I need the middle things. Now those I did off of my junk pile. I just came in here, and I got some long ones. So I'm going to need 4. So 2, and I want pretty ones. If you hear that in the background, that's my child. Apologize. The house is not soundproof. Neither is the child. Okay. So there's 3. And I'm picking good size ones. So this one, I'm going to use the back of it scissors like you would do a ribbon. If you use the front of the sharp part, you're going to break this. So you're going to put your finger, just do it very gently. Because you want to give it some curl, but you don't want to break it. It's still fragile. So I got a little bit of curl on that, if you can see that. And then I'm going to do one more. I keep trying to be off camera, and I keep sneaking back on there. It's not Halloween yet. Okay. And bam, look at that. You can work on it till you get it how you like it. That one's waving on camera there. There we go. Okay. And I've got my 2 long pieces. So now I think I'm going to try to use, I really stuck with the blue and the silver gems. I'm going to try one of these rose colored ones. I don't know, something different. All right, let's be crazy. Let's do it. Let's be crazy. Let's find one I lost. But these blue ones are really cool. They've got this iridescent. I know I'm a sucker for this. Okay, no. Okay, no. Forget it. We're doing the blue one. I know. The pink one. I know. Just can't make up my mind. Okay, we're going to do the pink one, but I don't think I'm going to be happy about it. So our alligator clip is dry. I'm indecisive. We'll see what happens when I start gluing. So then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put whatever feather we want in the back. And I really don't like the way this one turned out. And it's maybe the way the feather worked. But if I keep clipping at it, I'm going to just make it worse. So I just need to stop touching it. It's like when you get your hair and it's okay, and then you keep going. And then by then you like have to rewash it and restyle it because, yeah. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I just need to leave it alone. So I'm going to start over here, and I kind of remembered where I want them. So I'm just going to put not all the strips down. And I'm going to move everything. You can't see anything. Okay, oops, that's another big feather. Ta-da. Okay. So I'm going to take... Sorry about the child. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of position these like this. Okay, so I know that whatever... I could even do 2. Well, that's kind of cute. If I went too much, I'm going to make it awkward. But you still want to cover your stuff, you know? And then, so I'm going to put one down. So I keep talking about it. Actually, the glue's just dripping. I don't even have to push it. And I'm just up on a really cruddy craft table. So if you've never worked with glue guns before or certain kinds of glue, you're going to want to put down newspaper if you're going to use, you know, your kitchen table or something you don't want to get glue on. I mean, it does usually come off, but it's always better just to protect your surface. This is just a table somebody gave me, and it might look worse for wear, but it works just perfect. So now I've got my bottom one down, and it might take a minute a little bit for the glue to set. Then I'm going to take another little dab, and I want to make sure nothing gets moved around on me. Kind of at the end of one glue stick, starting another. So I'll put just a little dab on here, which turned into more than a little dab. I'm going to take these 2 antenna pieces without the curl. I'm going to place them. Can you guys see? I don't know what's going on. Okay. I'm going to place them here. They're going to go straight up. Kind of like, it's not really butterfly antenna, but just, that's what they're doing. That's their job. They're going to go straight up. We're going to put the curly ones in the front. It's kind of all over the place. It's the nice thing about the glue, the hot glue gun, or even this tacky glue that I have. You know, you have a couple seconds to kind of shift things around so you're not just, whoops, I didn't get it done right. If you got a little glue peeking out at the bottom, you're okay too there. Okay, so I've got that where I want it. They're going to overlap a little bit in the front. I don't want to move it too much right now. And this is, you know, exactly what I did with this one. Okay. So with this, now I'm going to take my 2 curly cute pieces and start with the bottom. I still have some glue down the bottom. I don't know if it's hot enough. If I try something I'm not supposed to do, like sticking your hand in glue, Just do not do what I do at home if you're not supposed to do it. I approve this message. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna put both curly pieces on. Now, if you put it on there and you're like, oh, I don't like that, you can still recurl it. If it breaks off, you can always stick another dab of glue and sneak another piece in there. I think you could. I've never had to fix one like that yet. But I've never done a bunch of this kind. See, I don't like the way it's laying, so I'll probably adjust it. Or maybe it's just good like it is. So I've got, okay, so my glue's right on the bottom. Let's see where we're at so far. Okay, so see the way this one's hanging? Not a fan. So all we need is our gems on the bottom. Look how easy that is. So, I mean, things are expensive right now. I know not everybody likes homemade gifts. Not everybody feels like they have an art or a talent or ability or, the places to go get these kinds of things. But, it's, I don't know. I always thought it was more special when you did things. There was that year, though, I did make cookies for everybody for Christmas, and then everybody was on a diet. So either they were scared to eat my cookies or everybody was on a diet, which is kind of odd because on the holidays, everybody tends to eat more, and I didn't think it would matter, but okay. I did a little something different with the gems on this. Remember, I was like, oh, I should use the blue one, but I wanted the red or the pink. I used both. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be crazy about the placement of these on here. And I can see a little bit of the felt out of the bottom. But we can trim that. And there you go. And that's it. Thank you for watching.